What's up everybody, welcome back to the Art of Crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. Now in this video we will be looking at OGN protocol, and right now I'm seeing a pattern forming that could be absolutely huge for OGN, and it could potentially bring us up to 4.5, maybe even a $5 OGN. Now if you're interested, let's dive right into it. So right off the bat, on the 4-hourly chart of OGN, I see a pattern forming which is called the Adam and Eve, where there is a sharp bottom followed by a rounded bottom. This one would be your Adam and this one would be your Eve. Usually, the measured move for an Adam and Eve pattern is a break of the pattern at the neckline, and the distance from the bottom to the top, that would be your measured move, which would bring us right to about 4.5. But at the moment, this is still playing out. Now, if you were looking for an entry on OGN protocol at the moment, I would say that this is a pretty safe entry at the moment. Here's why. Notice how the price tried to break past this level multiple times. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4. So at the moment, this line is acting as quite good support. And if you see what is happening right here, we are sort of forming a rounded bottom. But more importantly, this right here looks more like a higher low. If we really do confirm this green candle, this would be a higher low, which means the trend would start to be changing right now. And the part that really gets me excited about OGN is in fact this rounded bottom that we got right now. 1, 2, maybe even 3. So at the moment, OGN is looking bullish because the buyers will not let sellers push the price below 2.16. Not only that, but if you take a look at the market cipher, we are deep in the red right now. Usually, it's a very good idea to go long when market cipher is showing signs of momentum changing from the red to the green. Here's what I mean. So if you notice how these two waves were deeper than these two waves, so what you can clearly see right now is a clear shift of momentum towards the upside. So what I would expect to happen is, if this candle is confirmed and this green dot is confirmed, this is what I would be looking for OGN to do. It will come up here, so that's a mini pump, and then it might come down just a little bit, and boom, this will be the big pump, right? Or it could just go straight for a big pump, so something like this, and then perhaps come down a bit and go for another big pump. So this is what I'm expecting to happen. It might not happen, wait for confirmation, but at the moment, this is what I'm seeing. So not only that, but if you go onto the daily chart, you can actually see that the stochastic RSI is pretty reset and OGN is set for another move. So in order to find out if we are really going to form this Adam and Eve pattern and break straight to the upside, we have to go to the lower time frames. So at the moment, here's what I'm seeing on the lower time frames. Even though at the moment it seems that OGN is taking a short little baby dip, look at the money flow. Deep, and then not so deep, not so deep, and right now it's not so deep. So at the moment, what I'm seeing is that momentum is shifting to the upside as well. So here's what I'm expecting to happen. This red dot might just be a sort of fake out almost, and the price might just come down like this and we are off to the races. Now, I'm not saying that this will absolutely happen, but I'm saying that there is a higher possibility of that happening than anything else. But nonetheless, you still want to wait for confirmation before you enter. What I want to see right here is either a higher low and boom, or a nice double bottom. Before any of these happen, you do not want to go in. In fact, another point of entry that you could use is to wait for market cipher to print a nice little trigger wave, like a nice green trigger wave, and we should be off to the races. Now, just wait a little bit, wait for confirmation, but at the moment, OGN looks pretty bullish. I'm not gonna lie. If this really forms a nice rounded bottom, if this starts forming a nice higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, man, we could be seeing OGN back at its all-time high at 3.37 really soon. Perhaps in just a matter of a few days. Now, just to see if we have confluence from other technical factors other than this pattern and market cipher, we want to take a look at a Fibonacci retracement from swing top to swing low, and we find out that this line right here is in fact the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, which is usually a fairly strong line of support. So if we really do form a higher low and a higher high here, I would expect OGN to absolutely pop off. But I don't want you to be impatient. Wait a moment. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, it would help me so immensely if you could just pump the like button to the moon. It's a really small gesture, but it really helps me out a lot. Now back to the video. So as I was saying, higher high, higher low, and we are off to the races. Look for this level right here to be immediate resistance here as well. And look, beautiful, right? The 1.414 fib level is in fact at the target for our measured move out of the break of an Adam and Eve. If it really does form, this will be the target, and it lines up with a Fibonacci retracement level. And not only that, it might not just go up to 4.5. If the market conditions are good, we might even see a $5 OGN, because that is the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level, and that is usually a pretty good target. Now, even though we might see a short 2 to 5% dip at the moment, I would say there is nothing much to worry about, because momentum is clearly shifting to the upside. Usually a higher time frame signal is stronger than a lower time frame signal. In fact, what you do is you use the higher time frame to determine the direction, and then you go on to the lower time frame, and that will determine whether or not you will be looking to take shorts or take longs. At the moment, it is looking like we are supposed to take a long right now. So here is entry number 1. You wait for a double bottom confirmation. Number 2, you wait for a green trigger wave. Number 3, right, this is important. You want to wait for the 1 hourly chart to break above this purple line right here, which is a 200 exponential moving average. You can simply put it on your chart. So if it breaks above the 200 EMA and it manages to hold, then that is a clear sign that we will be off to the races. That will be a massive pump. Hey, before I forget, for those of you who have been waiting for me to make a Twitter, here it is, _the art of crypto. This is where I'll be sharing my trading setups that I don't have time to make a video on. So if you want to make massive amounts of money in crypto, just drop me a follow on the _the art of crypto. Peace for OGN. In fact, if I calculate this right now, from this point on up to 1.414, that would be an 80% move. But even if you don't get the Adam and Eve breakout, even if we just come back up to the all-time high, that would still be a 40% move. But I know these numbers sound really amazing, but I do not want you to get greedy. Wait for confirmation and exercise proper risk management. But in this trade at the moment, it is definitely looking quite nice, because your risk to reward ratio is actually pretty good. You could literally set your stop loss perhaps right here or perhaps right below here. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't get stopped at, but if you do, it just means that the idea of the Adam and Eve was absolutely invalidated, and that this pattern is continuing to form a lower low and lower high, which means it's still downtrending, in which case you do not want to be on a long position and hold it through the downtrend. That doesn't make sense. But at the moment, OGN, it has been down a significant amount from the top, about 36%. So if you are looking to get into OGN, this would be a good time to do so, but wait for confirmation. Yeah, wait for confirmation. You do not want to enter in right now at this moment. But if we do get another test of this support line, man, that would be a perfect entry. As long as it doesn't form a lower low and lower high, that would be golden. So again, just to reiterate, we might see a little bit of downside in the immediate short term, but on the 4-hourly market cipher, it is looking pretty good. On the 1 hourly, it is looking pretty good, but we have to wait for a green trigger wave, because if we don't, here's what's going to happen, right? See, this wave is higher than this wave is higher than this wave. It just shows that momentum might be shifting to the downside. And if that happens, then we will break much lower than 2.15, my friend. So wait for confirmation. If you have market cipher, wait for the green dot, the trigger wave. Otherwise, use the 200 EMA as your guide. Wait for it to break above the 200 EMA and hold. And then that would be your golden entry. Yeah, be patient. Let the trade come to you. Don't go to the trade. And before you go, here is what I wish for you to understand. In trading, you are trying to take other people's money. So doesn't it make sense that you should be better than them if you want to take their money? So if you do want to learn more about how to trade crypto, I want you to go onto my channel and look for my risk management for beginners video. That is an incredibly incredibly useful video that I wish I knew before I started crypto. So if you want to improve your skills in crypto, I want you to watch that video. And with that, may the gains be with you, friend. Peace.